Do you have any top tips for the next generation of MMA fighters coming up?
Yeah, I'd say one thing I'd say that helped me a lot is trust yourself and spend some time figuring out your way of doing things, because having your coaches and having the right coaches as well is another thing I'd say. Find the right coach for you, because even if you go with like the best coach in the world, if it's not a good fit coach and athlete wise, then you may not live up to your full potential. Which is why, again, I'm fortunate enough to have my dad, to have Brad, to have Ash, because it's like they're great fits for me. So finding the right coach for you is a very big thing in your career. But then also figuring out things for yourself, learning what you like, learning not just having other people tell you what your weaknesses are, actually sit down and figure it out for yourself. And yeah, trust yourself. Develop your skills at your rate, at your pace. Don't rush as well, I think is a big thing, because if you're in it from young, then you want to get things done quickly. You just want to go in. At least that's what I wanted to do. And then even if you're starting a bit later, you want to kind of rush and get in as quick as you can. Take your time, be patient with it, and look after your injuries as well. Look after your injuries. Don't try and train through the pain just because you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
That's like so many of them.
Yeah. I used to fall victim to it as well. I used to have a problem with like my... I used to have kind of a lot of problems with my knees from doing all that training and not resting. My knees would start to hurt, and I'll be like... Literally, my thought process was, oh, I'm a fighter. I'm meant to have bad knees. I just get through it. But then as time went on, I was like, no, I need to make sure I'm healthy and then make sure I'm good to fight, because that's the health is the most important thing. You're not healthy, then you're just pulling yourself back.
And there's going to be a life after fighting as well.
Exactly.
It's like a lot of the guys down our jiu-jitsu gym, they all got broke up knees, and they're like, yeah, this is it. This is part of our life. And I'm like, no, this ain't. You know what I mean?
Exactly that. And it's like...
And they're not even like competing in that. This is like hobbyists.
Yeah.
And it's just
hobbyists
like,
as well.
they're just the worst.
The hobbyists are worse than some of the athletes. They're just
like, relax,
themselves up, and they'll be like, yeah, it's just the life. But that's like when I watch GSP and Mighty Mouse, obviously GSP's retired, Mighty Mouse has been through everything. I listen to the way they talk about their training, and it's like GSP even says, my life is not about fighting. Fighting is just what I do, but there's other things I do as well. And it was on the Joe Rogan podcast where it was like, Joe was like, it's interesting for you to say that, being one who's considered the best ever, saying that fighting is not your whole life. And Demetrius Johnson, same thing. He'll say he doesn't put that much stress on himself. Like if he wants to go out and like drink and have a bit of bad food leading up to a fight, he'll do that. It's like fighting's not his whole life. It's very important to be dedicated to it, but there is a life outside of fighting, and there is a life after fighting, and you can still live up to your full potential while living your life.
Yeah.